Anita Khan.
Good morning. It's 16 minutes after 8 o'clock. This is our second segment of The Buzz this morning. I want to say thank you for staying with Radio Cayman and, of course, rejoining The Buzz right here on Radio Cayman. Beef, no chicken. That's the topic today. I'm a vegetarian, so I'm not sure I'm going to fit into all of this. But it's beef, no chicken. That's the latest Cayman Drama Society play coming up. We have in the studio someone who is not, he's not a stranger to radio, especially Radio Cayman. He's host for us a couple of times. And I'm pretty sure he'll do this permanently if we ask him to. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make them introduce themselves. Good morning.
Good morning.
I will start off with the only young lady, but besides myself, in the studio. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
And I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
And you are?
My name is Kayla Manderson.
Hi, Kayla.
And I play Sumintra Ramsingh in the upcoming CDS production Beef No Chicken.
You don't look like Sumintra.
I think that's going to add to it.
You have to put you in costume, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but now I'm curious. Sorry, everybody. Good morning. Michael McLaughlin. I play Otto Hogan in the play Beef No Chicken. What exactly does a Sumintra look like? Now, you opened the door, you know. So.
I played a fisherwoman in Moon Rainbow Show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Henry threw me in as an Indian fisherwoman.
Okay.
And I wondered why, and I took the part. I knew why. It was only 10 seconds of fame.
Right. But
my first time on stage. But
felt appropriate.
Sumintra will have to get you in an Indian costume, I guess.
Yeah, with an apron and chef hat. Would have been more ideal.
No, I think she's thinking more traditional Indian, but
yeah.
That's while she is. I mean, the play is based in Trinidad, right? So all of the characters have some sort of influence from that general area.
Of course.
So while she wouldn't be necessarily a traditional Indian as such. But there are certain characteristics that I don't want to give away which will endear her to you.
Okay.
No two ways about that.
No, it's exciting, Michael, to bring this Caribbean play to the stage.
Indeed.
And especially from Mr. Walcott.
Yes, absolutely. It's a privilege as well as a thrill that the Cayman Drama Society has gotten the rights to be able to put this play on, this production on. And that's, for those of you who are listening that may not know this, when we do productions there, the plays, there's a lot of protocol that has to take place to get the rights to be able to put on the various shows, you know, no matter what it may be. The most recent one was Blood Brothers and, you know, even Grease and, you know, all of those types of shows. There are rights that have to be, all of that has to be massaged and handled in the background prior to, and then you get the official scripts. And I've got one here with me. You can see it says copyrighted material, right? It's not something that is light. In other words, there's a lot of work that has to go in. So we're extremely privileged that we have been finally allowed to be able to have the opportunity to put on this production. And maybe I'll let a little bit of information out that
that's all you're going to give us?
No, not in that sense. But there are Sir Walcott's family members are going to be present at some point in time to watch our production.
Wow.
Yes.
That will probably be the closing. So
well, I don't know when exactly they're coming in. Probably rightfully so that they don't tell us when, because the nerves will be just through the roof.
Pressure.
But absolutely incredible that we're getting the opportunity to put on this play. And hopefully breaking some new ground. While it may not be the first Caribbean play as such, it is certainly of a different level than other plays, and especially as this one has been through the oh Lord, what's the name of the theater university? It's escaping me at the moment. Who have put on productions by Sir Derek Walcott before, so it's of a very strong caliber. That
Beef, no chicken. I just
yes.
love the title.
I know.
I'm not sure who you have the beef with, Otto.
It will all become very clear when you attend, and you'll understand completely.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the setting for Beef, No Chicken, and how many acts in the play.
Sure.
Kayla?
So there are 2 acts.
Okay.
Yeah, and the setting as in the stage setting or as in story setting?
Story setting.
Yeah, it's in Cuba, Trinidad.
Cuba. Never been to Cuba.
And it's the actual...
Makes 3 of us.
So a lot of it is in actually Otto's auto shop. Yeah, in terms of scenes.
That's his roti shop.
His... And
It's a
auto
roti shop?
mechanic.
So yes, it's a
Otto.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a very interesting scenario that basically is transpiring. But Cuba is a small town in Trinidad, and it is a literal town. We've had people from Trinidad we consulted with a little bit to make sure we were saying the word right and all that sort of stuff. And it is a small town there. And basically, large corporation is at play, and development is happening.
And impacting.
And impacting the town as a whole. And Otto doesn't necessarily agree with how things are going, and is basically fearing that the small town is going to lose its identity through this development. But there's a single set. There we don't.
So were you in the way of progress?
Not necessarily in the way, but I'm definitely making an effort to impede progress.
And it depends too on whose perspective you're thinking about.
There's things that we can say that is just kind of going to give it away to people. So
I want to ask.
I'm being careful with my choice of words.
I'll just use my imagination. So nobody, there was no grafting here. I had to look up grafting this morning in the sense that of how the politicians wanted to to make way, but they wanted to encourage you to take some of partake some of that grafting.
You got some future in politics.
You never know. You never know.
Anything's possible.
Put it out to the universe, right?
Yeah. But it is only it's a single set. The set doesn't change.
Doesn't change.
So it's set inside of Otto's building, and that's where everything happens.
Okay, so there's no roti, there's no food involved here.
There is food involved. Absolutely. And Sumintra is a very integral part of that food because she is my cook.
Oh.
Yes,
right? 'Cause
indeed.
basically, Otto
So
runs.
what do you cook, Sumintra?
Oh yeah, the roti, and it's it's authentic roti from an authentic cook.
So you actually make roti on the set?
No. Oh my God.
No,
nothing would get done if that was the case. Everybody would be sitting there going, well, I want mine. I want a chicken. I want a shrimp.
And it's in 2 parts, 2 acts.
Yes, 2 acts. Yes.
So,
and in terms of length, most shows fall within the same sort of parameter. That the first act is somewhere around an hour and a little bit, and then you have an intermission, and then the second act is generally a bit shorter than the first. Now, we haven't actually run our times yet, so I can't tell you specifically the first act is X amount of minutes, but that's the general principle behind it.
So is this play Beef No Chicken is it for more mature audience?
I think so. I think to get a lot of the jokes, it's quite a bit of adult but clean content, just adult concepts, like the things that we face in the modern world, and trying to preserve a certain way of life. Like it might go a bit above kids' heads, but not to say that they wouldn't have a ton of fun. We've been rolling with laughter.
Yes, we have.
Just rehearsing.
There is some adult content,
Yeah.
but not to any extreme.
Yeah.
It is rated PG.
Okay.
And I think we can all here relate that the standards of PG have changed since we
Yeah,
were young. So it's certainly not anything that is, obscene. Let's put it that way.
So how many in the cast? How many make up the cast?
Oh boy.
There were 15 parts initially, but we've
Yes.
doubled up a little bit. But not too many. So about
We only actually doubled up once. So
Once.
there's still 14.
still 14.
14 character. Well, there's 15 characters, but 14 people.
Yeah.
14. Okay. So somebody got double.
One individual has been very
smaller
brave to accept playing two different roles.
It was because you were short and getting folks to audition for this? Or?
Admittedly, yes, there were challenges. I mean, that's a pretty large cast. And so, yes, we did face challenges in that respect in getting people to come on board. But the combination that was chosen for that individual to cover, one is a larger part, and the other one is a smaller part.
Okay.
So
It's manageable.
yeah.
Okay.
As well as there's having done numerous plays, that's always a challenge when people only get a small part. There's a lot of commitment necessary for a production, and sometimes people don't necessarily feel value. I have to put in all of that time just to do that, as you mentioned.
Just to say fish.
Having your little 5 seconds of fame.
I know. It was
Right?
It was more than that. It was more, maybe 10
It
seconds.
was fish.
Fish. Can't you fish?
Yeah. So
And then Marcia comes in and say, "Lady, what you selling?"
chewing gum.
Let me see the fish. No, who else are in the play besides you and Kayla, Michael?
Oh wow.
Any off the top of your head?
Yeah. I mightn't get everybody's name right, but we're certainly gonna give it a shot. So there's Maya Tatum, who young Caymanian, who has been becoming more and more involved. We've got a few people who are first time performers, that their names really wouldn't ring any bells for people. But there's
Eldon.
there's Eldon is in there, and then there's Chad Senior and Chad Junior, and there's
Abby who plays
Abby's in there. And oh my goodness gracious,
It's always good to get first timers though, because
Yes.
they're always excited.
Absolutely.
They're ready to rock and roll.
absolutely,
Ready
and
to get in that stage.
that whole energy spectrum that they bring is so nice, as well as once you've done a production, I think that the energy that you take away from it and that you share with others helps to build in that whole arena also, and getting other people interested because of the experience you've had. And it's important to get new people in so that you don't see the same faces all the time.
True.
And get that different flavor out there.
And you guys are old timers in the business.
Well, I am.
We're going to take a quick break. It's 8:30. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Total Health. Without you, we couldn't do this.
Yo, big up Massive. Summer is here and Digicel got the vibes flowing straight to Jamaica. That's right, me people. Digicel has a sizzling offer for you. Top up for your loved ones in a Jamaica and you get a chance to win the ultimate trip to the land of sun, sea and good vibes. To enter for the free trip to Jamaica, just send top up to your loved ones back home with Digicel and you automatically qualify. Remember, the more top up you send, the higher the chance you win. So make sure you don't miss out on the fun. Me people, get the summer vibes flowing with a top up for your loved ones with Digicel and get ready for a trip of a lifetime.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
Did you know that in an event of a hurricane, water designated for the purposes of drinking, cooking, and bathing must be disinfected before use? Water may be disinfected by boiling or through the use of chlorine bleach. To disinfect through boiling, simply leave the water on the fire 1 minute after it begins to boil. To disinfect with bleach, add 3 ounces of chlorine bleach to every 1,000 gallons of water. If you're not able to smell the bleach in the water after 30 minutes, then add half of the amount of bleach that was added during the initial application. Recheck the water after 15 minutes to ensure there is residual bleach smell. A residual bleach smell is an indicator that the water has been properly disinfected. For more hurricane food safety tips, visit the DEH website, www.gov.ky/DEH.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Taking you up to 9 o'clock on the Business Buzz this morning from Cayman Drama Society. We have the drama production, Beef, No Chicken. And in the studio we have Mr. Michael McLaughlin, no stranger to the stage and our radio, and Kayla Manderson. Kayla, are you new to this? I didn't even ask you.
This is actually my third CDS production.
Third?
And first comedy.
Nice.
So such a privilege to be a part of it, especially with Michael. Like, he's been such a mentor, I think, on this
Michael.
journey.
Oh.
Giving me tips and tricks.
Good old Michael.
Just to revert back to the cast question. So we
Names?
have Mike McLaughlin, who's here, Abina Agard, Eldon Chisholm, Mikhail Campbell, myself, Kayla Manderson, Maya Tatum, Chad Powell Sr., Reshma Sharma, Gigi Alex, Athelston Watts, Sharon Campbell, Chad Powell Jr., Shrinjan Datta, Marcia Campbell. I hope I didn't massacre anyone's name.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
It's Mike.
Mike K. Mike K. So without giving away too much this morning, is there a scene in the play that you particularly enjoy performing? That you want to share but don't give away too much?
Yes, for me personally, I'm not sure if Mike
Making roti?
would say the same. I don't know. He is in it, but I feel like all my scenes involve you, Maybe not one, though. But there is one. All I can really say about it is complete chaos. And it is so fun to just be a part of the chaos. I don't know how else to put it, except like it's just really, really exciting.
There is quite
How
a
about you,
bit
Michael?
of chaos in this play. And I can't tell you that there's a particular scene.
Is that Trini style?
What, the chaos? I don't know. You tell me.
I'm from Guyana. I don't know.
Well, all right then. So then that makes all of us
We'll
that
have
have
to get-
no
we'll
idea.
have to get
I don't
Silver
know.
Fox
I
in
don't
there to
think
ask
that it's a Trini thing. I mean, we have that right here in Cayman. You've been on the road. No, I don't think that it's a Trini situation. It's just everything that is feeding into this overall equation is what is creating this craziness.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't think that there's any one scene. The whole play, basically from start to finish, is just continuous action and interest.
Yeah, it's so fun.
I was reading somewhere, what was I reading? That Otto would not feed the crew members who
Them
are working.
idlers.
Who are working on the project.
No, he's very opposed to. So it's a highway is being built
You should have sing
through
the
the
song.
town.
No highway, build highway by me.
Yeah. Yes. There's a highway being built basically through the town, and he's very opposed to that. And so it's the workmen that he is doing his best to discourage the work progress, and he's doing his best to avoid being encouraged, as you so very nicely politically correct put it, by the conglomerate. He's putting up a good fight.
No graphs. No graphs.
Which hopefully,
So-
hopefully he's successful.
So you started rehearsing for this from, you said May?
Yeah, I think
May.
around
And
May.
I think we first read through in May.
Yeah.
Um,
Which I missed. I had
And-
bronchitis, unfortunately.
Sorry.
and then I think we started in June to first start our actual
rehearsing.
rehearsing.
Blocking, yeah.
Yeah.
So what does it take to prepare for such a production as this? I mean, this
Time.
must be a whole,
Yeah.
apart from
It takes
time,
a lot of
right?
time.
Yeah, Kayla is so right though. It's time, time and effort.
Yeah.
You know, there's you spend a lot of time reading and thinking about your character and the scenarios, and you know, then there's obviously the actual time that you spend working with the other cast members and the director.
So it's a it's a walk-out play. Are you able to add anything to the script at all?
Oh, no.
See, now we go full circle back to the copyrighted
yeah,
material.
right. So I'm just
No,
curious.
That is one of the things when you agree to the rights. That's part of you. You can't change characters. You can't add information. You can't subtract information. It is supposed to be as word perfect as possible.
How about like costume and all that, design, set design and all that? That has to be.
Well, there's always variation allowed to a certain extent in terms of your interpretation of what the character would actually wear, as well as there's going to be some interpretation allowed for the set itself, because there are going to be different constraints. You know, not every place has the same size theater, so therefore, you know, you would need to make adjustments in that sense. But I think that directors are allowed it. In the script, it gives you a basic description as to where it's things that are supposed to be there, and then how you choose to utilize that. I believe there's some creative freedom there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're looking at this from what year?
This is based in and around the 80s.
80s.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was just recently.
Yeah, that was last week.
If you want to put it that way.
Yeah,
you know.
it's relatively current, and that's one of the things that I find so interesting about it is the material that's in it is, while as with many good musical songs, the material that some artist created decades ago can be so relevant to today's happenings. And I think that's one of the things that I find very endearing about this particular play.
Is there music in that as well?
No.
Nothing about
Not well, yeah, there is.
I think we'll have a little, but it's
Backgrounds?
not going to be.
No, it's not a musical.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, people we're not all going to join into cast chorus.
No, I mean like background music or anything like that, like you have a radio playing or...
There is a character in the play
Yeah.
referred to as the Lima. And he is of musical inspiration. There you go. So there are moments when there is music and lyrics introduced.
So let's talk about tickets. Oh, that's the best part.
Tickets
go on sale today?
Today. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. They are officially available through the CDS website, www.cds.ky. And when you go on there, you'll be able to see it's like on their cover page.
Okay.
So when you go on, you'll
Click
see
on
it
that.
right there and book now, and it gives you the opportunity to choose your date,
Yeah.
and it tells you how many tickets are still available for those dates.
Yeah.
And
Is this a new thing for CDS?
well, yeah, everybody is constantly working to upgrade their websites and stuff
So
like
this
that.
is a good upgrade.
Yes,
So I can pay and everything online.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm selling extra. No, I'm just joking.
How much for tickets? How much for tickets?
It's $30 for adults and $15 for students.
Okay. And we start when?
7th of September
Okay.
is our
play starts
opening weekend.
7th September.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And it runs Thursday,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday for
No
3 weekends.
No Sundays.
No Sundays.
Why not? Why not Sunday?
Everybody resting on a Sunday.
We can send you back to Covia. Was it Cova? Cuba. We send you back to Cuba, Michael. Okay, let me pick on Kayla. Michael got picked on all the time. Kayla, this is your third play, you said, right?
Third play.
The first two, can you remember what the first two were?
Yeah, I did Sisters. That was a drama and also called for a Trini accent,
Wow.
conveniently. And then the other one was a musical, Into the Woods. I played the stepmother.
Into the Woods. Give us a Trini accent. A Trini, tell us something. Give us some intro.
Samantha. What's Samantha say?
What did she say? What did she say, Michael?
Because this is really fun to be here.
There you go.
You got it.
I try.
So, Michael, you of course you have to have a Trini. Everybody in the play must have a Trini accent.
Not
necessarily?
No, not necessarily. That's why I was saying before that there's Trinidadian influences. Because there are people in the play who obviously have traveled. And so therefore there's certain people who will have a stronger influence of Trinidad accent than others because it is truer to their character.
So did you have to practice on your Trini accent?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Constantly. I mean, I'm sure that my neighbors and my wife probably think that I'm mental because, I'm walking around in the yard doing things and I'm trying to speak in a Trinidad accent as much as possible because the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it. And therefore, hopefully, the better the interpretation to the audience.
And Otto has to
Otto
bring that out.
Because Otto that's what he's about. He's a Trinidadian that is, steeped in his culture. He gets quite a bit of praise and lauding by another character, Franco, about what Otto's position is. It is necessary for Otto to be as authentic as possible.
So you fired Samantha.
Well, no.
You had to let her go.
He wanted her to stay.
Okay. Samantha decided that she was going to...
She has other stuff to do.
Yeah. She wasn't happy with me.
More productive things.
I wasn't fulfilling my financial obligations.
Right.
Due to other factors. And so we had a little bit of a falling out, but I certainly did not push her out the door.
So, Michael, let's hear your Trini accent.
Oh, no.
I'm curious.
No,
Come
I don't want to do that.
Come
because
on.
then people need to, then they'll have different expectations. I prefer to wait
You're
until...
getting some practice. Come on. Right, Kayla?
I'm not done practicing yet. No, I'm not done practicing yet.
All right, you know what? We're going to take a break, right? When we come back, you have that accent ready for me. And then I want to know how you guys prepare mentally and emotionally and get into character for such a play. We're going to take that break. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center and Total Health.
Back to school, between the uniforms, clothes, and supplies, it can get pricey. Like so many other things in our community, at Total Health, they share your concerns. So, for the month of August, Total Health in Grand Pavilion will be offering free pediatric screening. Childhood diabetes, among other preventable conditions, are on the rise. With Total Health preventative consultations, you can take the steps to safeguard your children today. Call Total Health at 333-2222 to book your free pediatric health consultation. Total Health in Grand Pavilion, change the way you manage your family's health. Visit www.totalhealth.ky or call 333-2222 or email appointments@totalhealth.ky. Total Health is your one-stop convenient family health care solution. From urgent care to pharmacy, all the services of a hospital without the hassle.
For 55 years, Cayman Airways has been serving as the national flag carrier of the Cayman Islands. This honor is the core of our identity, our purpose. And when we say those who fly us love us, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. So we're celebrating this milestone anniversary with you, our treasured community, with airfares on sale for travel to all of our fall destinations. But hurry, this airfare sale ends August 12th. Call 949-2311 or book online at CaymanAirways.com. Celebrating 55 years as your national flag carrier.
Can you tell me, what does a turtle do on his birthday? He celebrates! Celebrate your loved one's special birthday with a birthday shout-out live on For the Record with Mr. Oret Connor, only on Radio Cayman. WhatsApp your loved one's name to 925-3261. That's 925-3261. Radio Cayman's birthday shout-outs live on For the Record with Mr. Oret Connor every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Sponsored by Pizza Boat. Now open in Queens Court on West Bay Road. Pick up or delivery. Call 949,000 or order online at www.pizzaboat.ky.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
And it's all about the drama production of Beef, No Chicken, put on by the Cayman Drama Society. And we have in the studio Mr. Michael McLaughlin, Trini actor, and Kayla Manderson, Trini actress. I love it. I cannot miss this.
No, you can't. You need to
A
come.
Derek Walcott play, I cannot miss.
You have
Awesome.
to. You have to
Telling
come and see what we do with
We're going to
this.
send Susan out to see it too.
Yes.
Okay, Susan?
Yes, please. Get your tickets because they go on
Tickets are
sale today.
today.
Right?
They're launching
So
the
the
ticket sale
CDS
today.
website, www.cds.ky.
And show starts on Sunday. Thursday.
Thursday,
September
the 7th.
7th.
7th, 8th, and 9th.
And then the
And
next
then the
weekend.
14th, 15th, and 16th. And then the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd.
Okay. So basically
$30
weekends.
a person
Three,
and
yeah.
$15 for
Students.
Students, okay.
Yeah.
Now, prepare mentally and emotionally for this play to get into character. How do you start? How do you do this, Kayla?
I think the first order of business is always to have a full read through of the play, because then you get clued in to a lot of what else is happening with other people, and doing character workshop with Kirsty has been also very helpful. She just gives you these random things, and you have to think. You have to think on the spot. It's like, this is not from the play. This is not scripted. So you now need to think, what would your character be feeling, and how would they respond to this scenario? So that's been really nice to embody. And she's been sending through resources as well, little snippets of key questions to answer about your character. How would you think they would dress? You can even go as far as to dress up your bedroom to what you think that character, how they live.
How Samantha will live.
Yeah, so I would have that liberty to take it to that personal level if I were to feel like this is going to really help me to, sure, if I was that committed, which I don't think I am. I think I have her on lock, not to toot my own horn, but toot toot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So are you one of the main female actresses?
It's actually one of the smaller parts, but I think she's still key to the play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you don't see too much of her. Yeah, but when she's there, she's a bomb.
Oh,
Indeed.
right.
Indeed.
Oh, okay. Michael, how about you? How do you prepare mentally? Emotionally?
It's always a roller coaster for me. I try and do a lot of what Kayla had mentioned. I've done acting workshops with Miss Kirsty too, which are extremely helpful because it's a craft. Just like, crocheting. It's something that you have to think about. It's something that you have to practice. And for me, I try to build a full story of the character in my own mind. I don't necessarily transcribe it all out. I don't necessarily write it all down, but I think about different things. And one of the things that Kirsty does when we have the character workshops is I think she calls it hot seat.
Yes.
When you are the character and you have to stay in the character, but everybody else who is there in the workshop gets to ask you questions and you can only answer as the character. And the questions are not necessarily relevant to the play. They're just asking you questions to help you try and develop this person. It doesn't tell you in the play,
right.
How many brothers or sisters they have, or how they started their business, or anything that happened to them. And when you get in a hot seat and you get asked these questions, you really have to then come up with something.
Yeah,
be Otto.
And try and really be that character. So it's involved.
And it's 3 minutes. It
Yes.
seems like an eternity.
Yeah.
Just waiting
when
on
you're
the
in the hot
timer to
seat.
go off.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's funny how time does not fly then.
That's like doing table topics for Toastmasters. Anyway.
Yeah, similar sort of thing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, very similar.
No,
Yeah.
Michael and Kayla, this will look good on your resume, because to be in a Derek Walcott play, puts you
Indeed.
in the top of your game, basically.
Sure. Yeah.
And for Caribbean plays with regards, and I'm pretty sure you can look back. You will look back on this and say, "Boy, how did I do this?" Stories for your grandchildren.
Yeah, the
later
idea actually is to produce more Caribbean-based plays, I believe. So this is kind of testing the waters, and it's a really good choice to test the waters with. And I think the public response is going to be really good, especially when word of mouth gets out there. After people have seen the first few shows, then all the tickets are gonna buy up.
Sold out.
Yeah, I think so.
And
You can go on the website and you'll actually see how many tickets.
When you
for sale.
when you go on,
Yeah.
it'll tell you how many seats are still available.
Yeah.
But I would encourage folks. It's so typical through my experience here in Cayman that nobody likes to buy tickets until they've spoken to somebody who's been, right? And then they know. And then the inevitable challenge is tickets are few and far between. So
That would mean an
encouragement.
encore performance.
Well, then there's other challenges, logistical challenges to that, though, right? Because there's other things that is already pre-planned to use the theater. So it's not as simple as many folks tend to think. You just have to put on a few more performances. But there's a lot of requirement, not just for the availability of the theater, but then there are also the people who are involved in it. We have lives too, although my wife would say different. It's like,
we actually did change up. We actually did change up the runtime due to conflicts with some cast members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to trade places with another character in the play, who would you trade with, Otto?
Oh, I know who I'd trade with. I would trade with Franco.
Franco.
I love the character that Franco is. He's so diverse. So while they're kind of polar opposites, because Otto is steeped in his tradition and his culture.
How old is he, by the way?
He's supposed to be in his 40s.
40s, okay.
Yeah. And Otto is all about his little small town of Trinidad, Cuba, right? As opposed to Franco, who is a gentleman who is educated and he has traveled, and other circumstances, which I don't want to give away, are the reason he has come back to his small town of Cuba. But he feels a little bit more elevated than the others. And so it adds a whole different dimension to this character.
But he sounds stuffy, Michael.
No, man. He's not. Well,
I wouldn't want to be him.
no, it's not so much that he's stuffy.
Sounds like Otto's more fun guy.
Well, Otto is definitely somebody of yes, he's got a lot of passion. But on the other side of it, Franco does too, but of his own sort.
Okay.
But yeah, that's who
We'll
I
give you
would
Franco
trade
next
with.
time.
Franco is a great character.
How about you, Kayla? Who would you?
I think I would not mind trading places with Euphony.
Euphony.
Yeah.
Who's Euphony again?
Euphony is Otto's sister, and she is quite controversial. So her morals don't exactly match her actions. You're like, okay.
That's a good way to put it.
She's an eyebrow raiser.
Yeah.
You pay attention.
Well, I'm pretty sure Otto will keep her in line, eh?
Yeah.
Well,
he tries.
he's making a valiant effort.
So what's next after Beef No Chicken?
The next show coming up is going to be the Christmas play. The Playhouse Christmas show, which you were asking about that. Rehearsals are going to start for that in October.
Yeah.
Is there an audition time, or you just
for the Christmas play?
They normally have it sorted, to be
Okay.
honest. The cast is normally the annual faces that you would see. They just take a different take on it. If you've ever been, have you ever been to the?
No, but we hadn't been here,
Christmas
so
play?
I feel like I know every year
Yeah.
how it feels.
Yeah. Well, it's the 8th or 9th year for the Playhouse Christmas show. So the persons who have been involved kind of just come right back again. So
They
it's
just
the
wait
same
for the next
sort
year.
of circle. Yeah.
I've actually tried to get in there. And they're like, you know what? If someone drops out, we'll give you a call.
Well,
and I'm like, oh.
it's like a cast of like 30 people. So
Yeah.
it's hard to just keep adding people to it.
Yeah, but that goes to show you how fun it is, and it's a really great show. It is as wonderful as it looks on stage because they're so committed to being in it.
Okay, we've got to wrap things up here, Michael. What?
Really?
What's the best?
Already?
What's you have?
Time flies.
Otto doesn't have a watch. What's the best? What's the best
With the
advice?
roti?
No roti. Some intro. You fire some intro. You expect roti after you
I
fire.
didn't fire her. Let's get that straight. She walked out on me.
Well, the woman was looking for more pay, Michael. What's the best advice you'll give? You'll give someone about acting, Michael. You've been in the business long enough.
I think that Miss Kirsty, who is the acting teacher at CDS, is probably the best platform to start from. And they do acting classes for kids through to adults. And really and truly, I didn't really have that privilege when I started. I mean, I did drama in high school. So that's where I really got my chops cut, as the saying is, and I just learned from experience, and God bless Jeff Cresswell for what he introduced me to, that sparked my interest. And of course I worked under Henry Mutu also, who helped me to learn other aspects of it. But for people now coming up, that's what I would suggest. Acting,
and you have
classes.
Classes in September, right?
Yeah.
There's classes
Termly.
basically year round,
Yeah.
practically. There's
How
some
can you sign up?
There's some account right on the
on the
website,
CDS
www.cds.ky. Everything is there.
Okay, before I let you go, Kayla and Mike, can you just want to recap the dates and the cost of the Beef No Chicken?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
So our run time is from September 7th, 8th, 9th. Then the following week, 14th, 15th, 16th. And then the last 3 chances to get in on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd.
All right.
Showtime is 7:30 p.m. For adults, it's $30, and students or children, $15.
And just to make sure people understand, when she says showtime is 7:30 p.m., that's what time the curtain opens. So you don't show up at 7:30. You got to get there before that, so
Get your
you can
seat,
choose your
get
seats,
comfy.
get your little beverage or whatever it is that makes you happy
Meet
and
some
comfortable.
friends.
Yeah.
Chat with some folks and get yourself seated and ready for that curtain to open at 7:30.
Well, folks, break a leg.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so
Thanks for
much.
having us.
It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
And I just can't wait to hear that Trini accent. Kayla, thank you. Mike, thank you so
You're
much.
very welcome. Thank
Mike,
you. too.
Mike McLaughlin and Kayla Manderson from the play Beef No Chicken. Make sure you check it out. Cayman Drama Society. Thanks to Miss Susan for putting the business buzz together. Thank you, Susan. And of course, thanks to all our listeners, our viewers on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. Until Thursday, August 10th, we'll bring you another business buzz, God's willing. In the meantime, please stay safe and have a wonderful day. Don't forget, tomorrow, For the Record will be on from 7:30. And you can hear about what Sterling will be hosting, right, Susan? Sitting in for OC. You can hear about the day the world changed. That was August 9th, 1945. And that would be the 88th anniversary of the day of the first atomic bomb that was used in the bombing of Japan's vast military, mighty, whatever, bringing the end to World War, which took the lives of some 55 million people. And I'm pretty sure Mr. Banks will be in us, right, Susan? Yes, that's tomorrow morning on For the Record. So don't miss it, and don't miss drama production, Beef, No Chicken. From me, goodbye.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
And Total Health in Grand Pavilion. Change the way you manage your family's health. Visit www.totalhealth.ky or call 333-2222.
Satisfaction is guaranteed 24 hours a day, whether it's music or information.
From Grand Cayman to Cayman Brac to Little Cayman, we've got you covered.
You ever hear a thing like